Hey everyone. So remember, my content this week is following the theme of, how to find ideas, particularly for bootstrapping a startup. And another approach that I use and love is just talking to SMBs kind of naturally out in your everyday life. And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how easy this is what I mean, because people love to talk about things that bug them. And I, of course, it's not like every business that I go to that I'm, talking to them about their pain points. It's usually more when it comes up naturally. Now, I might consider that approach if I was actively, looking for an idea. I might literally, consider doing that. But usually it just comes up naturally in conversation. An example of this, I was, in a Costco recently getting my card reissued because I completely forgot to bring it with me. And normally they can give you a temporary card, I guess, but she just recommended completely redoing it because they were moving to color photos or something, or additional security issues for their cards. Anyway, regardless, we started talking because I needed to give her an updated email, and it wasn't taking my email address. So I was like, okay, we'll just add +1 to it, and Gmail will still accept it. And that kind of blew her mind. And we started talking about their systems, right? And it was annoying her. That was the pain point, right? Is that her system could not take my email because it had already taken it for another account or something. And that just naturally evolved into a conversation about, the systems that they use and stuff. And she had mentioned that they use AS400, I believe, which is an old mainframe system that, usually you can access it through like a terminal program. But that's the system they still use. And I actually saw a recent interesting talk on LinkedIn about, is it a smart idea for them to not have upgraded that system and used a more modern user interface? And I would argue that, that's something that could be ripe for them redoing, right? Because how much does that affect your training? People that have no concept of what, a terminal that you move between using keyboard shortcuts and stuff is, right? If it was a easy to use interface, that could maybe make training so much easier, right? Now, on the flip side, this thing is already built, and obviously, it works. It gets the job done, although there's, some deficiencies literally with emails and stuff. Anyway, regardless, that's what I'm talking about here. And that's the example. You can literally just talk to people about these things and oftentimes uncover maybe some interesting ideas for things you can bootstrap. A better example might be, you walk into a dry cleaner and she's having trouble with her computer, the person at the front desk. And then you talk to them about what system do they use, in order to kind of manage the dry cleaning service, the dry cleaning shop. Another example, actually, of a person literally doing this and building a successful startup from it. I cannot remember the name of the app, the platform. It was it was a gym thing, actually. So gym management software. And they went around and talked to a bunch of gyms. And interestingly, they actually later on started a gym. And actually, I should put that as one of the ideas, or I guess approaches really, is they started a gym in order to know how to build software to run a gym. But before they did that, they talked to a lot of different gyms. And even while they were doing it, as far as I know, they were actually talking to gyms in order to know how to build that software. And then finally, definitely read The Mom Test. I always talk about this book. I should really be getting kickbacks at this point, I think. Regardless, it's a fantastic book, and he really dives deep into this concept. If you want to find a good startup idea, you have to talk to people about their pain points. And especially when you're building, you have to interview your customers. You have to do it. You just have to. Now, there are many approaches, and there's some actually interesting ways to scale getting that feedback. Office hours, creating a community. There's a lot of interesting ways to do this, using Discord, stuff like that. We use all those approaches. But yeah, this is talking to SMBs is a fantastic way to find startup ideas And because they're SMBs, you can do it in your everyday life and kind of naturally do it. But that is it for this video. Let me know what you all think about this and have a great day.